So thank you so much for joining us this morning. It's kind of feels like the morning after the reveal before, as yesterday, Celebrity Cruises revealed details of your third Edge class ship, Celebrity Beyond. And there's a lot to kind of unpack and get through. But I suppose to kick off, perhaps the headline of the evening was that she'll be launching next April from Southampton. Kind of how does that feel to you to have that with the team? And it must have been a really exciting, given everything that's gone on this past year, to have that in the bag and to look forward to.
Well, I mean, you can imagine, Tom, the excitement for me, for the team, and in particular for our trade partners. You know, these decisions aren't made lightly. There's lots of decisions that are looked at when you look to see where a ship starts its life. And absolutely delighted that Celebrity Beyond is going to be coming to Southampton. Then her first maiden voyage will be on April the 27th next year, from Southampton to Barcelona, and where she'll then be spending the summer in the Mediterranean, doing the wonderful Barcelona to Rome, Rome to Barcelona, and a series of sailings around the Mediterranean. So that's going to be very exciting.
Absolutely. And talking about those decisions, of course, you know, last March we were looking forward to the christening of Apex in the UK, and the fact that obviously, given the circumstances, that wasn't able to take place. Do you feel like the having Beyond kind of in Southampton is a bit of kind of making up for that a bit? Were those where kind of the plans for it came from, to give the UK a kind of a sort of a new slice of Edge class for itself, do you think?
Well, I mean, as you know, we were very disappointed that the world events overtook us, and you know, Apex was going to be one of the ships that we were hanging on to, and then it was quite clear as we entered end of Feb, early March, unfortunately that was not going to be the case. So, you know, I mean, certainly without a doubt, one of the considerations was the fact that Apex was due to be here for her inaugural celebrations. And it's also really, the key thing though is how important the UK market is to the Celebrity Cruises brand overall. You know, more and more so, we see more and more consumers, guests, either cruisers or even, you know, more and more those who haven't cruised before, really understanding the appeal of the Celebrity Cruises brand and what it stands for. So from that point of view, it makes sense. You know, these are commercial decisions, and it absolutely makes sense.
And so to kind of go through the details of last night, actually, we found out first and foremost that Beyond is going to be slightly taller and slightly longer than Edge and Apex. I think there was a really good quote from Richard Fane where he said it's more than just a stretching, because I know cruise ships do get stretched sometimes, but he was kind of very keen to stress that there's more to that. But of those kind of innovations and additions on board, what kind of most stands out to you, Joe? What do you think will really resonate with passengers and with agents?
Yeah, I mean, it's a really good point, right? I mean, it's not just about this. It's more about what you can do and what we can offer to our guests. So the key area really is the retreat. So, you know, the retreat area, which is our suite class proposition, which is now we are implementing across the fleet and has really started with all of the Edge series, is just becoming more and more popular. And, you know, our ships now absolutely sell from the top down, from the retreat down. And based on that, we need, quite simply, we wanted to extend that area really. So to have a double decker retreat area for those guests is absolutely significant, and that was based on guest feedback. It enables us to make that space larger for our guests, for our suite guests to enjoy, but also the resort deck as well. You know, that swimming pool. You know, I'm a real swimmer. And the joy of when I was on holiday on Edge, of being able to get up in the morning at 6:30, 7 o'clock and just swim proper lengths is a joy, because you rarely get that on a cruise ship. This resort deck's even larger still. And I think the mixture of the incredible architecture of the architectural design of Tom Wright, who's one of the world's renowned architects, you know, designed the Burj Al Arab in Dubai, together with the world's renowned Kelly Hoppen coming together, who's such an incredible interior designer or designer. The aesthetics is just beautiful. And the way in which wherever you are on the ship, you're either really looking out to the ocean, and what it's given us is such space and outdoor space as well. And that was all happening pre-pandemic, but it's even more important now, right? And then the other key area is the sunset, you know, the sunset bar area, where again with Nate Burkus, who's been our design ambassador, and he and Kelly, the joy is all the designers work so well together. Being in a meeting with them is just like, wow, you know.
And a lot of them have expanded roles, don't they? Like Kelly has one this time
Yep.
around, and Nate they kind of have had more impetus, haven't they, to this ship? And it feels like they've kind of learned what the Edge class kind of needs, and kind of expanded on that for beyond.
Absolutely, absolutely, and that's because that they work well together, and they really do. And when they literally are in rooms, even though they're designing their own areas, they really aesthetically, it's really important that it comes together. So, but Kelly's role has extended enormously. Obviously, she's done all of the retreat area, the resort deck area, with Tom Wright, together with the magic carpet, the interior design of that again with Tom Wright. And then we've got the Juan Mancu, the great combo of Juan Mancu for the Grand Plaza. And that is really the heartbeat of the ship. And you will have noticed in last night's reveal that the martini bar is coming back in all its glory, not with the ice on the top, but it's certainly a lot bigger. Everybody can get round it on all sides because it just proves to be such a popular place. It really is the heartbeat of the ship.
And of course, another kind of big grandstand reveal last night was Gwyneth Paltrow, who's no kind of small small feat in that as a kind of celebrity ambassadors go. Can you talk a bit about her role as celebrity's kind of wellness advisor, wellness ambassador? It's good to have her brand Goop involved.
Absolutely, not massively at the moment because we, as you know, we like to do several. You haven't heard it all yet, by the way. Heard a lot. We've revealed a lot, but we have more reveals to come. And one is our wellness proposition. But we just wanted to give a little taster last night to say that Gwyneth is going to be our wellness ambassador and advisor, and we are working with the Goop Foundation. So we're delighted about that. But more to come on that.
I'm going to say incredibly tight-lipped there, Joe, as usual, but that it kind of is the way. You're right, but
more than my life is worth.
Absolutely, but just kind of touching on that actually with Paltrow in two senses. The Women in Wellness initiative, I think she referenced, is that kind of the way that Edge has been very forward-thinking in the way that it kind of incorporates the guest experience and the onboard experience with doing better for kind of society and the planet and the world. Is that kind of the idea around that, to carry that legacy forward in a sense?
Yeah, I mean, listen, we all know it's genuinely more and more important to everybody, especially to the younger generation as well, and the Gen Xers, as you know, that we're very much focused in on. And, you know, we're not just about targeting on age, it's more about attitude, but without a doubt, we know that from all of the research that we do and from the consumer research that we do, that there's something special about the Edge series that has a real appeal to that audience. And wellness and well-being is really, really important, as is the whole environmental aspect as well. So without a doubt, for all of our guests, actually of all ages, it's just becoming more and more critical. People want to go on holiday, and yes, they want to enjoy themselves, but they want to come back feeling better and fitter, and very often feeling as though they've challenged themselves in new areas, or they've tried new things in a feeling of feeling safe to do that. And that's really what the whole wellness proposition will encourage people to do and will enable people to do.
And obviously, the final question on Gwyneth there. That's no hint at a godmother, is it there, having her involved, such a big star, or is that kind of later to come down the line? Are those two things linked, do you think, perhaps, having her involved?
We are absolutely not in a position to, at this stage, to discuss the godmother. We've been working so much on the launch of the ship, obviously with everything that's happening, but we're not there yet on the godmother discussions.
A few reveals down the line, I think, that one. In terms of obviously, when she does arrive next April in Southampton, the problem obviously at the moment in terms of getting people on board ships when they eventually do restart is kind of the COVID protocols around that, and obviously, of course, the restrictions are there for a reason. But are you hoping perhaps this time next year that it will be more of a, say the word party atmosphere, more of a celebratory time where you can get more trade on board, you can have more of a celebration in that sense, that maybe protocols might have changed by then, do you think?
I mean, we certainly hope so, right? I mean, I think at the end of the day, as we all know, we're living through this situation day by day, and a decision that you might have made yesterday in a business, you need to rethink today. And you constantly, it's my first question every morning, are we still making the right decision? And we need to be brave and bold to just say, no, we need to relook at it. And even if it might cause us to unravel things, because the key thing at the end of the day is the safety of guests and crew and all our staff. Of course, we all hope, and with that the world is in a better place, and it definitely, indicators are that it will be in a better place. So of course our aim by then is that we are back to normal, or the new normal, without a doubt, and by April next year. God, I think we all hope so, right? I think we all really do. So, and I think it will be a true celebrity party. I mean, it will be celebrate with celebrity, that's for sure.
Absolutely, yeah. So I definitely wasn't asking that, kind of hoping it would be the same. We obviously do hope things will
Yes.
things will have changed by then. And kind of that's kind of for the future and for the moment. But just looking to the present with Silhouette in July starting its UK program, kind of what's the plans kind of still in place for that? Everything kind of preparation going well, and obviously you put out a release a few weeks ago in terms of the demand for those. How well sold are those cruises at the moment? I imagine with kind of slightly reduced capacities and with a lot of pent up excitement and demand, they must be going really well.
Yeah, I mean, what we're finding is, you're absolutely right, that there is pent-up demand. At the end of the day, demand is exceeding supply for UK domestic holidays this year, because people unfortunately aren't quite clear at the moment what the protocols or what the situation is going to be. I think, without a doubt, I think the summer will be somewhat erratic for international travel. I think we definitely will get away, but I think it will be somewhat mixed. And I think therefore people are wanting to know that they've definitely got a great holiday in the bag. And what better way to see our beautiful coastline than from the sea? I always say that there's no better way to see the land than it is from the sea. But the ship's a core part of that destination, and the fact that Silhouette's coming back, having gone through the revolution, we've got the Retreat on board. Again, the Retreat is selling incredibly well, and the higher class rooms are as well. We're only open to sail balcony and above, because we're giving everybody that extra space, and we think that's important, and that's what people want. They want to make sure that they've got that outdoor space. So so far so good. We are pleased with what we're seeing, and we know that it's a different dynamics this year. We also know that we do have a beautiful country, but we always tend to get away because that's what we prefer to do, to have guaranteed sunshine. So let's hope for a wonderful summer. And I think overall, as an industry, it's great that we're doing it. We're very much part of that. And we're excited by what we're seeing, and we're very grateful for the trade support that we're getting so far.
Absolutely, yeah. If today's weather is anything to go by, let's hope we're on board throughout the
On that
summer.
lawn club.
Absolutely.
Grass, yeah. Tinkling your toes between that grass, sipping a cocktail, watching a movie in a cabana.
It'd be great. It'll be like time's gone by, I think. Yeah. Do you have any rough kind of figures of how well sold you are at the moment? I know some lines are perhaps saying that they're even sold out for the summer at the moment, or close to it. Is there anything roughly you'd be able to share?
We do have the exact numbers. We're not going to give out, but we definitely do. What we're seeing is quite a few of the suites are sold out. So I know that Claire and the team are publishing to the trade partners where we are sold out. We haven't got one sailing that is fully sold out at the moment, but what we are seeing is, interestingly enough, that the higher categories, the suites, on quite a few of the sailings, the top suites are sold out.
Why do you think that is? Do you think that's just good value given the fact that it's a UK and it's a slightly new itinerary, or do you think people are just looking to treat themselves, or they want a bit more space given the year?
I mean, how many occasions have people missed out on? They've missed out on their 40th, they've missed out on their 50th, they've missed out on their 60th, they've missed out on wedding anniversaries, they've missed out on graduations. I mean, there's so many, and that's why our campaign is someday is here. Someday we're going to go to a restaurant again. Someday we're going to be served wonderful food and not have to cook at home. Someday we can see friends again. Well, someday is here. And without a doubt, I mean, again, we target an affluent audience, and they have missed out on so many holidays. This is not about looking for the lowest deal. We're never about looking for the lowest deal. What we offer is not a deal-led holiday. It is the best holiday ever. We offer great value, without a doubt, and people are looking for the best, and they are treating themselves, and they will do more and more this summer, and hopefully next year as well, and beyond. Boom, boom. There we have it.
I was going to say, fantastic. It's not just thrown together, these answers, is it? It's good stuff.
It sure is.
Actually, that kind of takes me on nicely to my kind of final point about the Sundays Here campaign that you'll look to launch next month. Can you kind of tell us kind of where we can see that and what form that will be? And again, you're probably hoping that will just kind of build that demand and kind of get the name out there and kind of, you know, bring attention to these sailings.
Yeah, we're putting a lot behind it. So we're actually going on TV as of the 1st of May, which is great with our Someday Is Here TV campaign. We're already on radio. We've got an awful lot of social content and digital content, and everything is available to our trade partners. So the TV ad that we're doing, the call to action can be changed for them so it can go on their channels with their call to action. It's all on, everything we do is on Celebrity Central. For the trade partners, everything from last night with Beyond is already on Celebrity Central for them to use to help to market. But we think it's really important that we drum up that demand, and hopefully that will also then help our trade partners as the Someday campaign really starts to move as we go through May and June.
And just finally, Joe, just kind of from maybe a personal point of view, it must feel. How does it feel to you to kind of reach this stage now where you can actually see a restart in place? You can see the newest ship in the fleet is coming your way. You know, this time next year, it must kind of give you and the team a massive lift, given everything that's been going on.
Wonderful, absolutely wonderful. I mean, the sadness is that last night I'd love to have been in a room with them all,
yeah,
and to raise a glass, as opposed to at home at 10 o'clock with a cup of tea on my hand. Well, it was a gin and tonic actually, but
of course it was. Yeah.
But no, it feels great. You know, I mean, I'm so proud of the team. I'm so proud of the organisation. We've handled everything as best we can for our guests and our crew and our trade partners and all of our staff. And you know, our trade partners genuinely mean the world to us. You know, a lot of them have been friends for years. We want to do everything to support them, and I know that they do everything to support us, and we're really grateful for that. And it's wonderful that Someday is finally here.
Oh, fantastic! Again, good to kind of say that, but obviously it means so much, doesn't it? It actually does have a lot of resonance, given everything that the cruise industry and the travel industry has been through. So, Joe, as always, a pleasure to catch up. Thanks for sharing your news with us and for letting us know the most recent stuff. But yeah, all the best. Really appreciate your time.
Thank you, Tom. Take care.